Hey, so welcome. Thank you for coming on today's presentation. We're going to go through the back office on how to use the JBank smart contract inside of your Web3 wallet. In this particular case, we are going to be using the Ju.com app. Once again, their app functions in three different ways, right? Let me see. Yep, it's the first one up here. So this is their app. It's available on the Apple Store and the Google Store as well. If you're not able to find them in the Google Play Store, depending on your region, just go on their website. Once you go on their website, you'll be able to click the download button to download it. At the same time, you can use any wallet at all, whether it's your Trust Wallet, Token Pocket, MetaMask, just name it. Okay, so after downloading the app, you hit on open. Right? Once you open the app, it usually starts off with the exchange. If you notice at the top middle center of the screen, it says exchange and it has a drop down arrow. Let me see if I can turn on annotation. Is it possible? Um, okay. So at the top it says exchange. Now this first page brings you to the centralized exchange. If you're looking to have an exchange where you can purchase all kinds of crypto, trade futures, and all these different things, just like Binance, just like Coinbase, just like KuCoin, just like Kraken, they have their own exchange. But in this particular case, we're all here for JBank, so we will not be using the exchange unless we are getting the crypto. And it's very important that you understand that in order to use the JBank protocol inside of their blockchain, you need the JU token for gas fee and you need to purchase the JUP token to stake. Now, these tokens will not be found by going on google.com. That's actually the worst way you can find any crypto. You have to know exactly what token and what chain you're on to be specific in finding that token because tokens can have the same name, right? So here we're using the JUP token found within the Jucoin blockchain, the same way BNB is used on the Binance Smart Chain and it's not used on Ethereum. It's the same way JU token is used on this blockchain and not BNB or Ethereum. Okay, so you have to be very specific. So now, if you sign up for the exchange, you can purchase the JU token. You only need about 50 cents worth of it for fees. Um, you can also send over any crypto that you have and convert it to USDT, right? And you can send the USDT from this exchange. It's going to ask you what network, and you're going to choose the juchain network. Same as if you were doing it on Tron, you take the TRC20 network. If you're on Ethereum, you take the ERC20 network. Here on the Jew chain, they have their own network as well. So you got your crypto, you're all set to go. Next thing, you tap where it says exchange and you go to the Web3 wallet. This app has three different systems inside, three different applications built in one app, okay? There's a centralized exchange, there's the decentralized wallet, and there's the JuPay, which is the payment feature which works just like mobile monies in different countries or works like any payment service like Google Pay or any of those things, right? So they have the Web3 wallet. That is where we are going, Web3 in the middle. When you come to Web3, you realize that it looks just like your regular decentralized wallet, right? At the top right corner where you see the blue logo is where you can switch between the different blockchain networks. So you have Ethereum, you have BNB, you have Solana, you have Tron. These are all different networks, okay? Different blockchain networks, as you can see, okay? Solana has its own type of coins and its own network, right? So we are doing everything on the juchain network. Now, after you created your wallet and you sent over your crypto, right? You're for in the beginning, you're gonna have just the JU token for fees, and you're gonna have the USDT as well. Just have some internet issues on the phone, and USDT as well. Okay. So once you have these two, you're ready to go. Remember, everything is on your chain. Now you're gonna copy your sponsors link. Let me actually go here. You're gonna copy your sponsors link. Once you have your sponsors link at the bottom right corner where it says DAPP, that is your decentralized wallets browser. These wallets come equipped with their own browser, and that is how you access smart contracts, right? Through the wallet, not through your Google Chrome, not through your Safari, not through your Firefox, through the wallet's own browser. So we're going to click on that. Once that is open, you're going to paste your sponsors link in the search. It should be a long link that says jbank.pro, includes their wallet ID as well, okay? So once you have pasted it in the search and you go in, it's going to bring you to a page just like this that says invite friends. Now here I have already binded my account. I explain what that means. Once you get here for the first time, it's first going to tell you to approve the smart contract, and you're going to need Ju token in your wallet to cover the fees before you can even sign it, right? Because you cannot interact with a smart contract without paying for the gas fee. Now, at the top where it says referrer, where you see there's an ID there, if yours is blank, it means you never used the correct link or there was a problem with the link that you use, right? So you just have to text your sponsor and tell him, send me your wallet address for that same account, and you paste the wallet address in there. But if you did use your link, it's already going to be in there and tell you to bind. Okay, it's going to tell you to bind. Once you bind, you're done. Now you will be able to copy your link. So you see at the bottom it says my referral link in orange. At the top is grayed out. It says referrer, the person who referred me. And at the bottom is my link. So I can go ahead and hit copy and copy my link and send it out to my friends or partners. Now, after you have binded, the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and swap your USDT for the JUP token. So you click on the three lines at the top right corner, you scroll down to swap, and then you hit on swap, and you just move the position USDT at the top, JUP at the bottom. Now, if you notice that you do not have the USDT on the juchain blockchain, no problem. As long as you already have USDT BEP20 or ERC20, right? Just make sure you deposit it into your wallet. Just click on receive, copy the address. The addresses are the same for all EVM tokens, okay? So you copy the address and then you send your USDT, either ERC or BEP, and then you also send the BNB or the Ethereum for fees. Once you have done that, just go to the chain, whatever chain it is that you send on, you can go and check. So you can check if you put in Ethereum, you can check. If it was on the BNB chain, you can also check. But you want to go back to the Jude chain once you're done. That's at the top right corner. You click the logo and you switch over here. Okay. So we go back to the DApp. Now, because we've already binded, we can just hit the fourth icon that says JBank, right? Just hit that. Boom. So here we are at JBank. We're going to click on the three lines in the top right corner. We're going to go to bridge. So this is for those who didn't have their USDT already on the Jew chain, but you have it on other networks. No problem. As long as it's in your wallet, you can always bridge it. Now you're going to switch the from and the to by hitting the arrow in the middle. So in this scenario, we're going to select, we'll look down further. That says BNB with the arrow down. I tap on that and I can choose USDT, okay? So we are going to move our USDT from the BNB Smart Chain into the juchain. Think of it as the crypto just changing jerseys in a football game. You're either playing for the red team, the blue team, or the yellow team. It's the same player. All he has to do is switch his jersey. All right. So that's what we are doing. Same crypto. We're just switching the jersey over from BNB jersey to juchain jersey. So once you type the amount that you want to bridge, you hit on switch. After you confirm the switch, you're going to hit on approve to approve the smart contract. Once you're done approving the contract, you are now going to hit on bridge. Okay, so it's about 3 different clicks. Once you are done bridging, it will pop up after like 10 or 30 seconds. It should pop up in the last 3 bridge records. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes to complete. Once it's done, you will just leave this browser page. You would come here and make sure that your USDT is available. So if you come and check and it's there, no problem. We're going back to the website, to JBank, click on the 3 lines. So now that you have your USDT, you go ahead and complete the swap, right? So in this case, if you had 1,000, you put 1,000 there for swap. Approve, and then after approving, you swap, right? Once you're done swapping, click on the 3 lines and you go to staking. Okay, so on the staking, you're gonna scroll down, right? As you can see, I'll explain all of this later, but for now, let's say you're staking. So when you come here, you're just gonna hit max, right? Make sure you notice if you are doing the 365-day contract where your principal is locked in for 365 days. Your profits are withdrawable every day, anytime you want it, right? The 180-day here, your principal is locked for 180 days. Your profits available for withdrawals every single day, right? And then you have the flexible where there's no lock in the contract and also profits and principal are withdrawable at any time, any day, right? So these are your 2 options. They all pay differently, right? The flexible pays out 9.51% a month. The 180-day contract pays out 19.7% a month. And the 365 days pays 30.94% a month. Now remember, your profits are calculated along with your principal when your ROI is being paid out every 8 hours. So it compounds the profit in terms of how it pays you out, but your profit is always separate. You can always claim, right? So after you have staked at the bottom, you will see the staking contract where it says my staking contract. It will have the same time stamp at when you did it, tells you your profit, tells you how much you staked, how many days it's been running for, okay? And how many days it has left till it ends. So now when you scroll up here, you see that total value locked represents how much has been staked, okay? How much has been staked, not by you, but in the network. Staking capital is at 12 JUP.5. That's what I staked in this wallet. Unstaked balance, my principal is not yet ready to claim, so I cannot unstake my capital. But if I was doing the flexible, for example, it would not show up in my staking capital. It would show up in unstaked balance because it's always there for you to unstake it. There's no lock on the flexible. Now, staking profits here is 1.14 JUP. Now, once I hit claim, this means I'm ready to withdraw it, right? There's 2 options. I can choose to have it express or have it at a longer time. So they're going to charge a 25% fee if I want it express. Now, what happens is that my 1.143 tokens, which is about $10, will be divided into 20 days. Okay? 20 days. So let's do some math here. That means that if I want it to withdraw my $10, this was gonna happen, okay? I'll be receiving around 50 cents per day for 20 days, and the whole $10 would have been paid out. That is what that 20-day means. Every day they're gonna pay me my withdrawal, but they're just gonna divide it throughout the 20 days. So that covers taking profit. Now, for those that have been sharing and building a community, how this works is that to to see your entire network, you're gonna go under community, right? So you go to community. Okay, so in this particular wallet, I have three direct referrals. I have 64 wallets in my community. The entire group has so far staked 1,320 JUP. About 30 of point 0.7 of that was put into the flexible. So it tells you what your team is doing, right? Some people put 30 JUP in flexible. No one has done the 180 days, and 99% of all community members are doing the 365 because they make the most money anyway. That's always a big win. So you go down further, it shows you which wallets are building in your community, and you can see the stats. Okay. Also, it says here my current rank is V2, and I'm already more than halfway on my way to V3. Now, if I want to withdraw my profits from my community, I will have to go to commissions. So go back to the three lines, click on commissions. So here under commissions, you have to click verify and sign into your wallet. That's all you're doing. It's not asking you for your name and all that kind of stuff, right? All that good stuff. Okay, let me just do this. I had to unshare. Let me share back again. Okay, so in this scenario, this wallet has about $19 worth of tokens from commission, which is about 2.19 JUP. So I've already earned from my team more than I have earned from my own capital in this particular wallet, okay? It breaks it down. It tells you how much you receive from your directs, right? The direct, we receive 10% of what our team earns every day. Now, on the uni level profit, this represents your rank bonuses, where at the rank of V1, you get 10% of your entire team's daily ROI. V2, you get 20% of your entire team's daily ROI. Now, if there's someone that is at a rank below your rank, you only earn the difference between your rank and their rank. Okay? Now, if they're at the same rank as you, then you just get 10% of what that member made from their entire organization. Okay? So here you get a lot of information. It says here, I have a 1:4 ratio, so I can actually earn up to 49 JUP, and then I have to burn some more tokens, right? So that's what the info is telling you. You can, with the commissions, you can earn up to 4 times what you have reflecting in your staking. That's just for the team commissions. This does not affect your staking ROI rewards. That is built on the smart contract that's always going to pay. The rules cannot be changed. Okay. Yeah. So this is how the commission side works. Now, at this point, let's say I wanted to make a withdrawal, I will hit the 7 days because here we're able to get commissions faster than the ROI. 7 days, hit approve, and then hit claim, and that's it. right, is gonna now split it out and pay this $19 in 7 pieces. So basically, in this example, it's $19 divided by 7. It's about $2.70. So let's see how many tokens. The 2.19 tokens divided by 7. That means that I'm going to receive 0.31 tokens per day for 7 days till I've collected everything. Now let's move on to the next part. And this has to do, I think we covered the staking profits already to see how that works. So you go to staking profits when you're ready to claim any of your profits from staking, right? For those of you that want the JBank card, all you have to do is stake at least $3,000 worth of tokens. You apply for this card. This is an actual business bank card. It gets mailed out to you by the JBank team. You're able to use crypto for payments, USDT on all chains. At the same time, you're able to get an IBAN and receive international transfers on your card because you have an account with a bank called GAT Bank, GAT Investment Bank out in Malaysia. You're able to receive and send wires and convert in your bank app to crypto and or spend your crypto, right? So very, very good utility that they have already. You go to the invite page, you copy your link, you send it out. Folks, this has been the entire tutorial of the back office. Go ahead and stop sharing here. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna touch base on the unilevel group sharing profit just so you can see how that works. Once you do share and you begin to build a community, here you're able to earn a percent of all the profits being generated within that volume, right? So at the V1, you get 10% of the volume, what it earns every day. So if this 2,000 in volume earns $20 a day, you get 10% of that $2 every day, right? And it goes further. As you can see, a V4, you're at 40% for 60,000 in volume. V9, you have 2 million in volume, you get 90% profit share. V10 and V10 plus. Now, when someone is at a rank below you, for example, if you're at the V7 and you have someone on your team who's a V6, from their entire organization, you only get 10% of what they earn from their 200,000 that has been staked, okay? Uh, As far as income claims, just understand that nothing is guaranteed, but once you do decide to share, put in the work, folks, you can start earning 300 a month as a V1. Some ranks V4s are doing about $5,000 a month in profit share. You have V10s doing over 300 to $500,000 a month, and it's very possible to get to V10 plus because with time your team begins to grow, the staking amounts begin to grow, and the community engagement begins to grow. So it's a lot of good things out here. Now, one of the reasons why you should join JBank is about 4 reasons, right? This project is created and backed by an exchange called Ju.com. Okay. This is Ju.com, their exchange. We looked at it already in the app. They already done over $23 billion in trading volume today alone. This is a world-class credible exchange. They've been around. They have articles doing major partnerships around the world for years now. 13 years in the business, right? This is their first time diving into this space as far as with your blockchain. They recently created this blockchain about a year ago, called the juchain. They have multiple ecosystems that are building on this blockchain as we speak. JBank just happens to be the largest and the fastest growing on their chain. So that has the management of the exchange very excited. Even the CEO of the exchange made a comment, a video out to the entire community to thank them and congratulate them. As you can see, the JUP token as well is on the juchain, right? You can check from avi.ai. At least they're able to give you all that data. You can see all the different price actions. You see it's come trying to go back up. That's how it is. Tokens go up and go down. But when you're accumulating a ton of tokens, the price never becomes much of a factor, right? Because if I have even, let's say I started, when did they start, right? It's about 4 months, right? So let's say you started here and you bought in at $12 a token and it went down, right? In 4 months, 5 months, it's down about 40%, right? Now, in 6 months, if you're doing the 365 staking, you earn 4 times the tokens. So if I started with $1,000 worth of tokens, I will have $4,000 worth of tokens in 6 months. Now, a 42% drop in price only means that I've only lost equity, but not tokens. So even then, that $4,000 worth of tokens would have reduced to just 40% less. So let's call that 2,100. In 6 months, the same 1,000, even with the price decline, has earned you $1,100 in rewards. This is the kind of system that we are actively promoting to our community because this is how everyone wins. You need a staking protocol that has credibility, that is backed by a trusted exchange. These guys didn't come here to take your $100 or your $1,000. They don't need it. What they need is a community. They already make millions from their exchange, from their brand partners, from their acquisitions, their mergers, their infrastructure, right? The stocks, they sell stocks on their exchange. People buy Hong Kong stocks, US stocks. So much going on the exchange, right? So this is a good reason to join JBank. Also, the JUP token being used for payments is going to be a huge thing on the card, so look out for that as well, right? Anyone can get started, right? Times are hard. It doesn't matter. $50, you can get your foot in. You earn every 8 hours, so you can withdraw every 8 hours. All depends on you. So good system. I'm just gonna stop here at this point. I want to say thank you for making it on. We'll pass the recording around. Let me go ahead. Did I stop the recording?